Hey everybody, YouTubers and internet people alike. I haven't recorded anything in about, actually since November. I tried to record a thing about, the 6th anniversary of My Little Pony. I try and do every year called, thank you MLP, and that actually went nowhere this year. As you can see, I have my headset on, and I'm actually wearing glasses for the first time in a long time. One of the things that came out of this holiday season was I was able to get my glasses replaced, which means longer streams are easier for me. I don't like wearing glasses. I prefer wearing contact lenses. But yeah, so I have those. Um, I don't normally do a Christmas thing. I'm not a big fan of holding up things and saying, "Look what I got! Look what I got!" It's just not the way my mind functions. Um, I'm a bigger believer in giving to others because one of the things we have with our world as it stands now is we have an entire world of people taking, and then we have an entire world of people who are needy, and we have an entire world of people who are hurting or who are not that well off, who just need a little bit of help, maybe getting back on their feet, maybe getting a shower or having a shirt on their back. Um, I have made it part of my mission somewhere along the line in my life. I have come to the conclusion that I serve. And I don't serve in the sense that one person joins the military and serves. I don't serve in the sense that one person packs up and swears loyalty or allegiance, because serving is a more nebulous thing. Um, Somewhere along the line, in the last 3 years, I made the decision, not consciously, to be of service to others. This is in everything I do. Uh, BabsCon, I'm in service to both my staff and my attendees. My job is to make the best experience I can for them. Everything I do is for the 2,500 people that come to BabsCon. For my performances with Saber Guild, my job, sure, what I do I enjoy, but my job is to put on an amazing show for everyone else. Um, Even my studies, my whole reason for getting back into school was to learn how the world works, so I could somehow make the world a better place for everyone else. Um, this is part of my little philosophy that we are all here on this planet together, and we all have kind of a responsibility to make life easier for each other. Um, that's why I don't tend to do the Christmas thing of "look at me, I'm so awesome," uh, because that level of awesomeness, um, I don't feel particularly awesome. Who I feel particularly awesome are people like I don't know, Rena and or rather Fiera, and the background she comes from, and the obstacles she's overcome to become the person she is today. That's an inspiration to me. That's a person who inspires me. The person who pulled me into working for BabsCon, Sonia Hipper, she had it really rough for a period of time. She was living out of her car at one point, and she came to me and recruited me for BabsCon, and showed this immense amount of faith in me. And I've been inspired by her as much as I've also been frustrated by her. She has helped draw me forward and open my eyes a bit. And there's a friend of mine on Facebook by the name of Tep, who I don't agree with his politics, but what I do agree with is the way he lives. His history, his story, is an inspiration to me. And for the entire world, there are stories like that out there. My story is nothing special. Um, it's only my story. But the stories of everyone else and how everyone else's lives have been changed by things like uh, things like let me get that fixed. There we go. Things like poverty, war, famine. One of the people who I work with, she's from Africa, and the area she lives in is known for having massive issues, and I don't necessarily believe that she's right or she's wrong or the life she comes from is not good or good. That doesn't enter into my equation half the time. What enters into my equation is here's a person who's living a normal life, whose life has been either hell or difficult or whatever they've overcome, and that's inspiring to me. And I've gotten off on a tangent. Christmas to me is a time for me to give. That's what gives me the greatest joy. And every year I go through Christmas and I go through family and I give and I give and I give to the point where I have nothing left to give. I this year after Christmas discovered I had less than $20 in my bank account because I had bought presents for all of my family that I know, that all my immediate family that I know, that I was going to see. And I don't feel particularly close to them, but I feel everybody needs a gift on Christmas. So I gave. And to me, that's the gift for myself. Is to be able to give, is to be able to bring a little bit more light to the world. That's my gift. That's what brings me joy. Is to do something and have someone's response be, "Oh my God, you didn't," you know. And I can't even begin to talk about that. Now that being said, I'm going to show off some bling. I have larger wrists than normal. As you could probably see, I have larger wrists than normal. But most bracelets don't fit me. And so this year, my mom set out to find a bracelet that fit me. And she found this thing in Thailand. It's actually a modular bracelet. It allows me to not only add to it, but it's flexible so that it stretches. And let me pull it off here. This is from Thailand, which is actually, I went to Thailand myself many years ago, went to Bangkok. It's a beautiful little bracelet. It's probably one of the favorite things I got this year. I have a lot of favorite things I got this year. I got some amazing earrings, which I can't really wear when I'm wearing a headset. I got a couple of Xbox One games. I got a lot of bath products. Lush. You guys aren't going to get to see me use those. Just because I'm not that much of an exhibitionist. So yeah, that's kind of how Christmas went for me. Split between two houses. I got some food. I got a big... It's a type of fruit I've never seen before. It's not a grapefruit, but it looks like a grapefruit, but it's kind of big and yellow. From my Uncle Ray. He's kind of a strange guy. He was a professional comedian for a little bit, and now he's a speaker. He does speaking contests, and I learned a little bit about how to present things from him by watching him over the years. So the purpose of this video is to say two things. One, I'm still alive. Two, Merry Christmas. Actually, by this time, it's Happy fucking New Year. Pardon my French. 2017, you better not pull the same shit that 2016 pulled. I'm warning you. because I'm going to have to hurt you. I got a unicorn shirt that says, I will cut you. Okay. And to cover a little bit about what the world is going to look like for me schedule-wise after the 11th, which is my last day as a regular employee at my day job. You guys all know that I'm in school, and I am in the process of finishing up my degree. Technically, I have 2 more semesters. But I've decided that rather than do 2 14-unit semesters, I'm actually going to shortchange it a bit. And there's some classes I don't need to take. And so I'm condensing those 2 semesters into 1.5 semesters. I'm actually going to take the vast majority of my classes this semester. I'm doing 19 units. It's the most I've ever done. Something like 10 units of that are basic computer classes and basic classes that have a lot in common with the other classes I've already taken, or they're things that I do on a regular basis as it already stands. So those classes will be relatively easy, but the remaining 9 units I'm going to have to study my ass off to make work. The upshot of this is I will have less money this semester. And while I will be able to cover the vast majority of my living expenses to keep the roof over my head, to pay my bills, keep my internet on, keep my phone working, electricity, which is another very important part, I'm not going to have a lot of extra money to do extra things, like go and buy food. I'm not going to have money to buy extra clothes. That's usually fine. I have plenty of clothes. I have more clothes than I actually wear. I need to actually go through my clothes one of these days and get rid of like half of them. Or the big gift this coming year to myself, which is a trip up to Edmonton, Canada, right around my birthday. My plan, BabsCon has an invite to attend a pony convention in the Vancouver area called BronyCan. And BronyCan is a great time because I'm one of the founders of the con. So I volunteered to go to this con because it's in Vancouver, and which is about a 4 or 6 hour drive from Edmonton. With the thought that I would fly up either early or I'd stay a little later, and I'd visit with my boyfriend for the first time in about 2 years. Originally, I wanted to take a vacation to Disneyland with him, or Disney World with him, because he has never been, but I can't afford it. I actually can't afford it, because the trip to Disney World is a almost $1,000 trip just for one person, and yeah, there's no way. But I can afford to go to BronyCan because I have to go there anyway. So I figured I'd go up there, I'd do that, and then I'd go visit him, or I'd go visit him and then go do BronyCan. Either way, I still have to pay for a plane ticket. And that's going to be about $400 that I don't have in my immediate budget. Or if I do take it from my budget, I have to come up with the money someplace else. So that's that. That's my big vacation plan. That's actually, what that really is me saying, I made it through fucking college. I will be the first member of my family, who did not marry into my family, who graduated from college. My grandfather did not make it through college. My grandmother did not make it through college. None of my family has ever actually graduated college. My mom has certificates, but she's not actually graduated. She doesn't actually have an associate's degree. I will have an associate's degree. I will be the first of my family to do this. And there's a certain kind of culture shock value to that, because that's one of those things that no one in my family has ever done. And I'm pushing it further because I'm aiming to get a bachelor's degree. So that's my goal. But my celebration, my present to myself is to visit my boyfriend and to remind myself why I'm doing all of this stuff by spending time with my better half, um, because I don't get to spend nearly enough time with my better half. I will be resuming streams as of the week after the 11th, the week of the 15th. I might actually do a more time stream this week on Tuesday. That would be Tuesday the 3rd, because, hey, I'm back. I don't have work. I don't have school. So, tentatively, there's going to be a more time stream. It's going to be a long one, too. I'm likely to do like a 4 or 6 hour stream. That stream schedule is going to be posted relatively soon. The week of the 15th, I actually have pretty open. I have nothing else going on that week. So I'm probably going to stream like Tuesday through Saturday, maybe. But I don't know what to play. So if you guys have comments, things you want to see me play, please put them in the comments below. If you have suggestions, I have a list of things to do. As Rena keeps mentioning, I am starting a pen and paper RPG. Nominally speaking, the first gaming run is going to be the 23rd. But that actually depends on another pen and paper RPG that I'm a part of, which might actually be running that Saturday. I'm not sure exactly if that's going to happen or not. If it doesn't happen, then yeah, we'll probably start that on the 23rd. I will know in the next day or two. But that is a fantasy campaign. It's kind of one part steampunk, one part fantasy, one part... basically, I took all the cool stuff from other places I liked, and I kind of built a world that could contain all of them. And started building cultures and how they interact and that kind of thing. And I have, maps and adventures and stories to tell! Which will be interesting because I haven't run something in 10 or 15 years. So I'm a little rusty. But I think people will enjoy what I have to offer. At least I hope they do. And that's that. This update went a little longer than I thought. I was going to originally do a 17 or, like a 10-minute thing. But I'm back. We're going to continue the Fail Sword quests with myself and Rena. We're probably going to do a much grander, broader run through of that same game with 4 players after they finally release the full campaign. So yeah, there you go. That's everything that's going on in the world of Sophie. BabsCon is the Easter weekend in April. If you're going to be there, I'll see you there. I'm going to be overhauling the sim pit. It's all around me. This dull brown wood. See this dull brown wood right back here. I'm actually... I was given a gift card to Home Depot because I desperately need to finish this thing. I'm going to replace the door. You can't see it. I can't turn the camera, I don't think. Nope. But there's a door here that's missing. That I need to actually build the door. I'm going to actually deal with some of these hanging wires, which are actually this is a keyboard. This is for the keyboard, and this is for the headset. But I need to figure out a better way to run them. So I'll probably work on that. This is all going to be the next couple of months, so there's going to be changes. I'd like to also paint or change or layer or do something to the inside of this to make it a little more visually interesting. But the sim pit itself will be complete. Or at least closer to being complete, given that it is a labor of love. I am going to also be recording videos of other things I do, prop building. I'm planning to record a video of some of the work I do. I have a crown to build for Queen Quake for BabsCon. I will probably set up my my action cam on a tripod and record that process, that work process. So you guys have something to look at as far as that goes. I will probably record. I have lightsabers I need to work on. I haven't even touched them because I haven't had time. I might record those. I have some theories that I need to dabble with as far as some electronics go. I could talk a little bit about do a little bit of things with the last light LED panels, which I was going to do glowing cutie marks like underneath or to make them look like they're underneath the skin of my performers last year. It didn't work. Um, but there's a lot of little technology things and projects that I have that might be of interest to people. Folks want to talk about building a sim pit. I've actually been asked a couple of times to actually either build a sim pit or help build a sim pit or design a sim pit for people. Um, I can probably walk you guys a little through that process too, give you guys a little insight. Um, so yeah, that's what I got. That's what I've got. All the stuff I'm offering to you guys. I know I'm sounding a little scatterbrained. I'm tired. I was introduced to a new type of alcoholic drink, and so as a result, I'm feeling the effects a little bit. It's a thing called a lychee gimlet. It's a little sour, a little sweet, but it's an amazing drink. And actually, I will be serving them at BabsCon, or not BabsCon, at Further Confusion in about 2 weeks. There will be a room party there. If you are at Further Confusion, please come visit the BabsCon room party. We love you. We got booze, and we'll keep you entertained, at least as entertained as we can. That's what I got. I want to say you guys are amazing. I'm going to give you guys a heart. One heart. Hi, I love you all. And I will talk with you guys probably later in the week.